Hi, I'm Marie. Welcome to Marie's Kitchen. Today we're going to make meatballs marinara. They are one of our family's favorite dishes. You can serve them on spaghetti like spaghetti and meatballs, or you could serve it with some zucchini noodles for a lower carb option. Also, you could serve it just as an appetizer or finger food, or even just a few meatballs alongside a big salad. It's so delicious and so satisfying. So really excited to make this one. The best thing about this recipe is that you don't even need a knife. There's no chopping involved. We're just going to mix together the ingredients here in this bowl and bake them in the oven. So it's super simple, and you probably have most of the ingredients in your refrigerator or pantry, so that's great as well. The marinara we use is store-bought, and I'll show you some of my favorite brands here. So with the easy ingredients, the jarred sauce, the one bowl, it's just so easy and still so delicious. So I'm really excited to share this one with you. Let's get started. Meatballs marinara, what do you need? We're going to start with milk, panko, an egg, grated Parmesan cheese, garlic powder, salt, then a jar of marinara, your favorite brand, anything will do, 1 pound of ground beef, and for garnish, some fresh basil and a little extra Parmesan cheese. So very simple, probably a lot of things that you already have in your fridge, so very convenient. Let's talk quickly about the marinara sauce. So one of my favorites is this Organico Bello, and it's an organic tomato basil pasta sauce. It's got great flavor. We use it for pizza sauce as well when I make homemade pizzas, so this is a good one. Another one that a lot of people like, and we like too, is Rao's. We love pretty much all of their sauces, so this is a dependable one to keep in your pantry. It's really good. Some others that I tried recently, just not really by choice, but because they've been out of stock. This one's called Little Italy in the Bronx. Highly recommend. There's just so many choices out there, really, really good flavorful marinara sauces that you know, they didn't really used to have when I was growing up. And so this is Mia's Kitchen. We've tried this a couple times too, and it's good. So lots of options out there. Whatever your favorite is, or even whatever you can find, I'm sure will be delicious. Okay, enough talking, let's get cooking. Okay, so the first part is really easy. We're just gonna put our ingredients into this bowl. We'll start with panko, it's 1/4 cup. Next is 2 tablespoons milk. Good, it's a little full. Now we'll add 1 egg. Next is 1/2 cup Parmesan cheese. So a lot of good flavor from the Parmesan in this recipe. 1/2 cup. Next is 1/2 teaspoon garlic powder. And you could certainly chop up your own garlic if you prefer. And then a little salt. I don't put a lot of black pepper, extra black pepper in, because there's some in the sauce, and my daughter doesn't like it when it's super spicy, but you can certainly add black pepper, even some red pepper flakes if you prefer it spicy. So welcome to mix it up there. So now we'll just give this a stir. Really easy. And next we'll add our ground beef. And this is some grass-fed ground beef, which I prefer. And about 1 pound. We'll just pop that in there and mix it up. I guess the trade-off is you don't have to get many utensils dirty for this, but you do kind of have to get your hands dirty, but that's okay with me. That's one thing about cooking, is that it's very visceral. You actually feel the ingredients and smell the smells and taste the things, and it makes you very present. It's a form of mindfulness. You're just very present to what's going on. The smells are happening. You feel the ingredients, the cool, the crunchy, all that, you taste the different things. So it's a good exercise in mindfulness if you are incapable of meditation like myself. Okay, wash my hands. Okay, next step, we're just going to make this into the meatballs and put them on a nice cookie sheet to broil in the oven. That's how we're going to brown them. So let's just make this into some meatballs. My son is doing science experiments behind the camera, so if you hear anything or see any billows of smoke, that's what it's coming from. He's trying to build a rocket out of matches and tinfoil. So. Okay, so now these are ready to go in the oven. I have, in the past when I made these meatballs, I would brown them on the stove top, and it was such a hassle because you have to brown them in batches and it gets a lot of grease everywhere. Now what I do is I put them all on one cookie sheet, put them in the oven under the broiler for about 5 minutes, give them one turn, 5 minutes the other side. It's just much easier and really quick for all 26, 27 meatballs that you have. So highly recommend it if you have a broiler. The meatballs are in the oven. They're gonna broil for about 5 minutes. Then we'll give them a turn and do 5 more minutes. And then we'll be ready to add the pasta sauce and bake those for about 15 to 20 more minutes. So that's it. While the meatballs are cooking, I'm gonna show you a hack for making really easy zucchini noodles. I do have a spiralizer, but you have to get it out and then clean it. A really quick hack is to just use a vegetable peeler, and then you just peel the zucchini into strips. And these would be more like wide noodles, but they're very, very thin, so they work as noodles very well. And you'll just go ahead and do that all the way around. I love these zucchini noodles. John, not so much. Doesn't love them, but I keep trying to convince him. I'm like, they're so good. Here is our zucchini noodles. Put these on a plate. And then again, you can just cook these on the stove with a little olive oil and garlic. Okay, the meatballs are done cooking, our first 5-minute broil. Now we're gonna flip them and then broil on the other side for about 5 minutes. So they're getting nice and brown on top. They look just delicious already and they smell so good. Isn't this awesome the way it's so fast? One of my least favorite things to do is to brown meatballs on the stovetop. I just do not like it. It's a mess and it takes forever. So this is way easier. Okay, so now these go back in the oven for 5 more minutes. So these are done, they look great, they're sizzling, they smell great. So first what we'll do is put some of the tomato sauce, marinara, in the bottom of the pan to start with. Then we'll add our meatballs right to the sauce. Might even do it with my fingers, they're not too hot. Okay, the meatballs are done, so we'll grab those out of the oven. Looks so good and smells so good. Then you can just take a little fresh basil and garnish your meatballs. Always looks so pretty. And then sprinkle a little extra Parmesan on top. And that is ready to serve. Thanks so much for joining us on Marie's Kitchen. Today we made meatballs marinara and they turned out so good. They smell incredible. I cannot wait to serve them for dinner tonight when we get home from swimming. We're gonna serve it with some pasta, or I'll probably have it with some zucchini noodles for a little lower carb option. And these you can just cook with some olive oil, garlic, salt, and pepper, and they are delicious with, oh, hello. A little tester.
They're good.
Good? Let me taste. Hey. Yum. So good. And I really hope you get to try these. If you do, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. I love hearing your stories. There's really nothing more rewarding than hearing that you guys made these recipes and it turned out well and you enjoyed it with your family. Also, we'd love for you to subscribe. I've got lots more videos coming up. Every week I'm posting a new recipe, and they're all just like this with easy, accessible ingredients that are very easy to make. You're not going to make a huge mess in your kitchen. You're not going to take up, half your day trying to get it done. So it's just something really easy that still turns out really delicious, because that really is what this is all about. It's about giving you some recipes that you can really enjoy making in the kitchen and that turn out really delicious, so you feel proud to share them with people that you love. From my kitchen to yours, thank you. Good. Just spilled it everywhere. It's a little full. There we go. Think we got it? Oops. Those broiling, we've got those, the oven. I can't talk today.